In my last video, I talked about how to break up with someone. So if you're the person who someone just broke up with you, I highly suggest that you look at that video as well, but I'm going to give you some tips on how to handle a breakup. So you're probably going to be going through a lot of different emotions and they're going to replay through your mind. So if you're the one who was the one broken up with, you're going to have some feelings of rejection, and so does the other person in many ways. What brought them to the breakup is probably on some level rejection, or things weren't working the way they had thought it would work, or their needs weren't being met. And it doesn't mean it's your fault if their needs weren't being met. It just means things changed, or they were trying out the relationship and hoping that it would be a good relationship. I don't really know all of the details of your relationship, obviously, but in general, most people start a relationship because they want the relationship. They don't do it maliciously, and most people break up not because of malicious reasons. It's usually something really thought about for a long time before it actually happens. It usually prefaces with some arguments or distance, and you kind of feel something's not right. So what I want to do is to help you to maneuver through these emotions that you're feeling. So you're going to have, as you know, the person that I just spoke to on how to break up with someone, you're going to have sad, shock, anger, and denial. Also grief. So you're both going to also have grief, but you're going to have more grief. So what happens is you're going to have a sense of denial. How could this happen? I don't believe it's happening. I'm the one that was upset. I'm the one, you're going to go to those kind of communication styles, and you're going to start protecting right away. And so after that, you're going to be in shock. So the first denial part is, I don't believe this is happening to me. The shock would be, I can't believe this is happening to me. How could this be happening? Why? What happened? What did I do? What did I not do? And who the hell do they think they are? All of those different kinds of emotions. So the shock area is normally when people reach out to their friends. Hey, I just want you to know, so-and-so broke up with me. Yeah, can you believe that jerk? Can you believe that woman? I can't believe it. I should have known. That's all the shock. So that's leading into the anger area where you do not feel like it was justified. Maybe in the way that it happened, how it happened, why it happened, when it happened. All of those types of questions start coming into your mind of, I'm pissed, I was the one that didn't have my needs met, or who do they think they are? And all of how could they do it that way? They did it over text, they did it over phone. There's a lot of etiquette between how we communicate, but if you had a relationship that, for instance, I'm bringing up the texting, if you had a relationship where there was lots of texting, you might have the breakup over the telephone, or the breakup might be not even a breakup. Maybe the person just cheated on you, or anything to push you away or to isolate themselves is considered part of a breakup or a separation. So when you have this, you're going to feel lots of emotions and you're going to feel grief. You're going to mourn the relationship and who you were in the relationship, even if it was dysfunctional. So you have to look at understanding that, yes, it was a breakup, and whether or not you feel that the breakup went well or that it was fair, you just have to own it, because only in owning it can we move forward. So I would love for you to just keep thinking of sad, shock, anger, and denial, and there's going to be sadness and grief. There's going to be. So allow that to happen. Try to not talk to a lot of friends about it, maybe just a small support system who is going to be positive and encourage you to go forward. Not so much people that are going to fuel those emotions and secretly or subconsciously want a misery loves company sort of a feel to their own lives. So allow yourself to truly heal and to truly move on. Now, moving on often does not mean jumping into another relationship. It feels like a good thing to do sometimes in the moment. I definitely know people that love that feeling of, see, I'm going to show them I can get someone. Well, of course you can get someone. I don't think anyone should question that. And if the person who broke up with you is questioning that, they're almost antagonizing you to go find someone who's not going to truly care about you and use you, or more of a rebound relationship. So don't take that bait of jumping with someone else, whether it's a romantic relationship or a sexual relationship, just kind of hang back and be happy in your own skin. So again, shock, anger, denial, and grief. So allow the sadness, allow waves of emotions. So even if you were sad and or angry, and then you feel like you've gotten over it, it might crop up again. So when we mourn a relationship, we have to go through cycles of it until we no longer give it any power. So one of the best things that you can do is really objectively and subjectively look at the relationship. What was your part in the breakup? What was your part in maybe pushing the person away? What was your part in maybe loving too much, loving the wrong person? What do you deserve in your life? So I want you to really think about the gift that you are and what you've learned from that relationship and what you can apply in a positive way to a future relationship. Super important, and it's a great way for you to get in touch with yourself and to have compassion for yourself and a curiosity in who you are, what the relationship stood for, and what the future will bring now that you have this new information of understanding that you can go through something like this, you can heal, you can look forward in your life, and you can honor that relationship for everything that it gave you, including the struggles and the challenges. So I hope this has helped you, and feel free to reach out to me.